Truthfully, my life didn't change for the better until I stopped centering men around every aspect of my life. As women, we're taught to please a man, where everything is like, oh, you got to do this for him. You got to be a wife. You got to be a mother. You got to be molded into something that a lot of us didn't sign up for. We don't even want to do it a lot of the times. But because the patriarchy, because we've been taught that women are supposed to be this way, women are supposed to listen, women are supposed to shut up and not say a word. Not anymore, honey. We not taking that bullshit no more. Truthfully, the happiest women that I see around the world are childless, single, and minding the business that pays them. A lot of this stuff that we have been conditioned to do for men have caused a lot of trauma for us. How do I know? Why am I seeing so many women get on TikTok and they have the dream life? They're stay at home, they're trad wives, they're taking care of family, they're taking care of their husband, they're taking care of their kids, and they're unhappy. They're unhappy because instead of choosing what they wanted to do in life, they chose what other people wanted them to do in life because they thought, oh, well, this will make me happy. This is the dream life. This is what I should do as a woman, be a mother, raise a family and stuff. But they never live up to their own potential. They never do or chase what they actually want to do. And I'm not saying that there isn't women out here that aren't happy with being mothers and stuff like that. But honestly, women need to be truthful. Women need to be truthful, and I'm so glad I did not fall for the okie doke back then, dealing with different types of men, being a baby mama, being all of this that I did not want to be. Like, I did not see that for myself. I see myself as a wife. I do see myself as a career-driven woman, a successful business owner. All of those things I'm actively doing. Do I have kids? No, and I'm fucking happy. I get to get up whenever I want and do whatever I want. I get to go out with my wonderful, exceptional man whenever we want to go out and not be stressed or held down with the responsibilities of taking care of, little ones, if you will. But a lot of women don't talk about this. A lot of women, I'm starting to see a little bit more women be open about it, but a lot of women do not talk about their silent struggles that they deal with for signing up for that type of lifestyle. And to be honest, even though I do want kids, a part of me is like, do I genuinely want kids? Do I genuinely want to be, that stand-up wife? Yeah, a part of me does, but another part of me is going to be wondering, am I going to miss that freedom on the other side? Am I going to miss, getting up whenever I want in the morning, going on my walks, my hot girl walks, going to Pilates, going to the spa and all that? And I'm not saying that you can't do that as a mother, but it comes with other things. Like, you have to set aside time to do those things versus where you just like, oh, I just want to go do this today. Let me just go do it. No, you have to think. You have to think through that. You have to set up plans for your kids. You have to get someone to watch them. You have to do all of this stuff. Center everything around that. Being a wife, being a mother. That you don't have that freedom anymore to just do what you want to do. So I'm 30 years old now. I'm going to be 31 in August. So it's like a uphill battle. It's kind of like a push or pull effect, if you say. It's like a part of me is like, I know my time is ticking. I know it's going to be a point where, me and my man is going to have this conversation. And that's why it's very important to communicate with your man or your significant other, whatever you want to call them. You need to communicate what you expect moving forward. Like if you need a doula, if you're going to need a nanny, if you're going to have these conversations with the person that you are deciding to continue life with, to grow with. That's important to me. I let my man know, look, this is what I'm going to need. I need this. You have to set that up. And you have to know what your man can do and what he can't do. You have to know what he can afford and what he can't afford. That is a conversation that needs to be had, especially if you're talking marriage and if you're talking kids. But yes, and a lot of women don't know that a lot of times we have, these kids for these men because, you in love and you thinking that he's always going to be there. Sometimes it don't work out like that. We've seen it time and time again. But it's always signs. I don't care what anybody says. It's always signs. Women just turn a blind to them. If you see red flags, you see the signs. Don't allow love to blind you so much that you ignore the red flags in a man. Because I'm sorry, character is everything. And you know when a man is going to be reasonable. You know when a man is going to be respectful, have integrity. You know when a man is going to take care of his kids before you even had them kids. I don't care what nobody say. The proof, men prove it time and time again. And a lot of women be laying up with these, dusties, these pookies and all of that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because I'll be damned if I lay down with a man that is not going to be a stand-up guy, that is not going to be a father to my kids, that is not going to be there regardless if we don't work out. You have to have those conversations in your head about the man that you are dealing with, ladies. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these men, they can get up and walk out and leave you, give you a little child support check, and now you on your own. Now you're on your own. That's why I don't believe, I love the sheriffs. I love the preachers behind that because it's keeping a lot of women's legs closed to men that are very undeserving of it. A broke man cannot talk to me, honey. Best believe it. My man pay my rent, everything. And it's not even just about the finances. Men take care of what they love. Men take care of who they love. So if your man is not taking care of you, if he's not, showing up for you, even outside of finances, if he's not showing up for you when you sick, if he's not showing up for you when you going through something, girl, you need to let that man go, okay? You need to let him go. Because character, my mom always told me, pay attention to a man's character, pay attention to how he treats his mom, and pay attention to how he treats other people around you. If he's mean to other people around you, but he's nice to you, red flag, red mother flag. If he talk a bunch of crap about his mom, regardless of what they done been through, red flag. And people gonna argue with me about this. If the father is not in his life, red flag, okay? The man that I'm dating, I'm fortunate enough to have met a wonderful man that his parents have been together for years. They're still together. And my parents are also still together. They've been married for 34 years, my parents. So he's seen family dynamic. I've seen family dynamic. I've seen how my mom treat my dad. They had a healthy relationship. They showed us, what a real marriage entails. And a lot of it was centered around God. They go to church together, they pray together, they stay together. So that's how I've been raised. My mom takes care of my dad, and my dad takes care of my mom. It ain't no 50-50. It's always, what can you do today? What can you do today? And come together and we make it 100 if we can. So think about this, ladies. Really think about the man that you want in your life, the man that you choose. But starting with decentering men, if you don't have your shit together, you're not going to attract the right man to you. I'm going to tell you that right now. I didn't start attracting quality men in my life until I focused on me. I had to become selfish. And selfish isn't always a bad thing. But I had to become selfish because pouring into men gave me nothing but emptiness. It gave me nothing but heartbreaks. It gave me nothing but trauma. So I had to look within, and I'm like, no, what makes me happy? Instead of trying to make a man happy every day. And once I dug in and I started to find out who I am, what I like, what's good for me, what's not good for me, that's when my taste in men changed. That's when my life around me changed. I'm an acquired taste. I know that. And I'm okay with that because I'm selective. And I want my man to be selective too. So when you fall for everything, you'll go for anything. So just make sure you focus on you first so you can attract the right man in your life. Prayer. Making sure you take care of your body. Make sure you take care of your mind, your spirit, your soul. It starts with you, ladies. It starts with decentering men and focusing on what's good to you, what feels good to you, what's going to make you happy. Be selfish, ladies. Be selfish, and I promise you, life will turn around in the most positive, most blessings. That's when God shows up for you. You put him first, you put yourself second, everything else will fall in line. So yes, ladies, stop thinking that your life has to revolve around men all the time, because I'm telling you, it will leave you empty. I've not heard several stories of women going through that, dealing with trash men, and all they got to show for it is a baby. And babies are blessings, don't get me wrong. But a lot of that heartache, a lot of heartbreak and all that stuff can be avoided if you just do the work and you just focus on you, and then put yourself out there. When you're ready to date, put yourself out there. The men will come. When you looking good, you feeling good, your aura is healthy, you don't have a bad attitude, you're not walking through life feeling like the world is on your back, it'll show. And that will attract healthy men to you when you're healthy within. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just discuss this topic today, because I know a lot of women, they're going through it. And I've been through it personally myself. That's why I want to share these stories with other women around the world, give advice, because I have a lot of experience with relationships. So I know how it feels to be empty, and I don't want women to fall down that hole of thinking that they have to be that shoulder for every man that comes into their life, especially when they're not good for you. But that concludes my video for today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ladies, and comment below. Share your thoughts and email me with your takes and topics. Until next time.